On this edition of Travel Diaries, we're in Savannah, Georgia. Savannah is the oldest city in the state of Georgia and is a coastal city which is separated from South Carolina by the Savannah River. It's known for its manicured parks, horse-drawn carriages, and ornate antebellum architecture. Established in 1733, Savannah of today is an industrial center and an important Atlantic seaport. Downtown Savannah largely retains the original town plan prescribed by founder James Oglethorpe when he and settlers arrived in 1733. The River Street area of today is home to a variety of shops, bars, and restaurants, and also hosts the city's annual St. Patrick's Day celebration, something you definitely can't miss if you're in the area in March. One of the newer attractions on River Street worth visiting if you're here is the World War II Memorial. Dedicated in November of 2010, this monument, named A World Apart, was erected to honor the men and women of Chatham County who were killed during World War II. While on the waterfront, we recommend hitting some of the shops for local gifts and souvenirs for the folks back home. If you really want a good view of River Street and all that goes on there, head up to the Rocks in the Bohemian Hotel for drinks and the view. We had some time before dinner for some cocktails, and the cocktails at the Rocks are epic. As darkness starts to fall, we walk back towards our hotel and stroll through City Market on our way. For now, we have dinner reservations to get to, and we're looking forward to an evening out. There are far too many restaurants, eateries, and cafes for one couple to visit, and even a long weekend in Savannah, so we're being very selective in our choices. Our first culinary adventure takes us to the Florence, a unique concept from James Beard award-winning and celebrity chef Hugh Acheson. Chef Acheson, while born in Canada, has adopted the state of Georgia as the focus of his culinary empire. With multiple restaurants in Athens, Atlanta, and now in Savannah with the Florence, his restaurants range from casual continental dining to Mediterranean and Northern Africa to the unique cuisine of the Florence, which is described as Italy meets the South. All the ingredients are southern grown and locally harvested wherever possible, and the dishes are simply amazing, as are the cocktails. We started our meal with the chef's charcuterie board, with fresh-made meats and sausages along with pickled vegetables and cheeses. It was a treat to have the chef himself explain each item on this exquisite cheese board. We next moved on to our second course, an amazing octopus and potato dish. Not to let an opportunity like tonight go by without sampling as much of the chef's great food as we could, we had additional courses and indulged in whole egg yolk ravioli and sorghum pecan crusted pork ribs. All were simply amazing. Despite an amazing meal of abundance, we couldn't do without the house-made gelato 3 ways. What a night, and it's just getting started. Savannah is a charming southern tourist city by day that turns all-out fun town by night. Being the adventurers we are, we explore a number of local haunts well into the early hours of the next morning. So if you find yourself in Savannah, make sure you have a great appetite and rest up for a late night on the town. You might have to pay for it the next day, but trust me, it's well worth the effort to get out and about to see the nightlife in Savannah. After our first day and night of adventure, we decided to start our next day with a walk through the city's many expansive parks. Our first stop was for coffee and breakfast at the Andes Hotel, a Hyatt property with a chic urban vibe right off Ellis Square near Market Street and the downtown historic district. Savannah's downtown area, which includes the Historic District, Victorian Historic District, and 22 park-like squares, is one of the largest national historic landmark districts in the U.S. Throughout the downtown area, there are a number of interesting sights to see, including Colonial Park Cemetery. Many of Savannah's earliest citizens are buried here, including many who were victims of Savannah's tragic dueling era. This cemetery is also a popular stop for local ghost tours. As we continue our walking tour of Savannah, we wanted to swing into a shop that we had heard of from some friends. Chocolat by Adam Tarani, with 3 locations in Savannah. This young chef has made a name for himself here in Savannah and around the world. Recently named one of the top 10 chocolatiers in North America, his signature creations include honeycomb chocolate bars and a mint julep truffle. Since we have an affinity for books and bookstores, it was only fitting for us to visit his library location. This unique storefront has chocolate set in bookcases that would be as much at home in a small private bookstore or private library. After making our selections, we head off to find a quiet place to sample these extraordinary creations. Simply amazing. Our next stop is Forsyth Park. Forsyth Park is the largest park in the historic district of Savannah. The park covers 30 acres of land just south of Gaston Street and north of Park Avenue. Forsyth Park was laid out in the 1840s, and perhaps the most well-known feature of the park is the large fountain that sits at the north end of the park. The fountain was built in 1858 and resembles fountains found in Paris, France. In 1879, another monument was introduced to Forsyth Park. This monument is the Confederate War Monument in the center of the park. The Confederate monument is a large, ornate column with a bronze soldier on top. This bronze sculpture was the work of David Richards, who was a sculptor in New York City. The monument is dedicated to all the men who fought on behalf of the Confederacy during the American Civil War. After a day of sightseeing and shopping, a great place to relax and unwind with a drink and a snack is the Old Pink House. It promises incredible food, and I think you'll love it. The Old Pink House, located next to the Planter's Inn, is Savannah's only 18th century mansion with outdoor dining and live entertainment nightly. Made popular by the book and movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, this historic venue offers some incredible cuisine in a casual setting. Today we're trying the Southern Sushi. Nori-covered shrimp and grits. How novel. Then we've got some Southern pulled pork on a nacho. Southern nachos. That's pretty damn good. After taking a break and napping off our adventurous day, not to mention our late night the night before, we're heading out to our last stop on this trip to Savannah. Those who are fans of our video shorts may have seen this spot before, Vic's on the River. Vic's on the River is located on Bay Street and overlooks the river. The building itself was built in 1859 and served as accommodations for General Sherman's officers during the Civil War. The restaurant was established by Dr. Irving Vick and restaurateur Bill Hall, and is one of our top restaurant picks in Savannah, and is a great place for that special occasion. With live music most nights, the bar area is a fun, lively place to relax before dinner. The bartenders are exceptional, and I have a great time trying to stump them by ordering off the menu. The food is amazing, but the venue and the ambiance is first rate, and that's what it's all about. Thanks for joining us on our trip to Savannah, Georgia, in this edition of Travel Diaries. Be sure to catch this and other episodes on our Vimeo page. We leave you with the sights and sound of a side adventure worth taking over to Tybee Island if you're ever in the area. Until next time, eat, drink, and travel.
Let me see what spring is like from Jupiter and Mars.